also Kyla McMakin.
What a turnover battle. Both these teams want to cause turnovers. Both these teams are defensive first. Whoever wins that turnover battle should be able to win this game because they're going to generate points off their defense.
And also with A&T, they're going to have to do a lot. Get us some scoring from some other people today.
Well, no question about it. It's going to be interesting to see who steps up in the scoring column for North Carolina A&T today in order to provide that gap that they're missing with their top three players, top three scorers out.
Longwood controls. Smith tried an up and under, and Nelson apparently didn't alter the shot, but it's out of bounds off of the Lancers.
Well, we mentioned two of the big three in the opening, but Tre'Dasia Smith, as you mentioned, look for her. She leads the Big South in assists and total assists. She's the general on the floor for Longwood.
Walton had been injured this year, is healthy now. Nelson down low, shot up, had it partially blocked, and the Lancers control.
Well, no question about it. We talked about Akila Smith. She's a great defensive player, and North Carolina A&T is going to have problems with her down in the post. She's a great shot blocker.
McMakin, again, just 8 points against American 11 days ago. Controlling. Smith in the lane. Shot is up and good.
Well, she's a diverse player. She plays defensively. She's also a good rebounder, and she can score the basketball. Had a triple-double earlier in the season against Sam Houston State.
Walton tried to get the pass to Nelson and turned it over, and so the Lancers will have possession.
Well, North Carolina A&T can't afford to turn the ball over. A few weeks ago, they turned the ball over 37 times against Central, got away with it. I don't think they're going to be able to get away with it tonight.
In the front court, the Lancers control. Tre'Dasia Smith, watch out for her. She is the floor general. Calhoun drives, throws up the shot. It's off the mark, and there's Demaya Tucker with the rebound.
You hope that Demaya Tucker can lead this break here and finish for North Carolina A&T.
Tucker to Dorsey, off the mark. Long rebound comes out to Smith, who controls for the Lancers.
Well, you see North Carolina A&T early on trying to find their identity on the offensive end. It could take them a while here.
In the lane, Smith gets the basket to go. She's fouled in the process.
Well, again, she's a dynamic player, and early on they want to get her the basketball down low. They feel like they have an advantage with Jasmine Harris out of this ball game, and so they're going to throw it down there to Akila Smith and see what she can do with it.
Akila Smith, the second leading scorer on this team at 15.5 points per game. She also is the leading rebounder at 7.2 points per game, shoots 54%. And even more impressive, she averages 3 blocks per game as she gets the free throw to go.
No question. Very dynamic player. Also, you look at Kyla McMakin, also another dynamic player. You see another turnover for North Carolina A&T. We talked about that early. Can they limit those turnovers? And already it's been a problem for them.
Tre'Dasia Smith, the graduate from Madisonville, Texas, controls tempo now for the Lancers. Double team, gets the pass off. The drive. Shot is good. You got to know where Kyla McMakin is at all times.
No question about it. Just she can score the basketball, and she's going to get her shot, so you got to find her.
7-0 lead for the Lancers. Dorsey, nice pass. Shot is up, and a foul is going to be called. Good cut there, Brian, by Kiana Adderton.
Well, no question about it. Kiana Adderton coming into this season trying to provide North Carolina A&T with some veteran leadership, and they're going to need that tonight with them being shorthanded.
So 2 shots as Bree Johns called for the personal foul. Adderton's first free throw is good, and the Aggies are on the board.
Adderton, one of 2 Division II transfers from North Carolina A&T, comes out of Francis Marion. And, of course, Sharika McNeil came out of Virginia Union, who is not playing tonight.
Second free throw is good. Adderton able to knock them both down. It's now 7 of 7 from the free throw line on the season. Lancers control. It is Smith, comes left of the circle, gonna get it out of high, almost stolen. Pass down low, shot is up and it's good.
And so far, Akila Smith has been a problem for North Carolina A&T. She's scoring at will down low, and A&T's having a problem stopping her.
Dorsey, and a blocking foul. Dorsey was having some issues. Good defense there, but a foul called against Tre'Dasia Smith.
And that's the type of defense Longwood's going to play. They're going to play up in your face. They're going to try to get you to turn the ball over as much as they can. But they play that tough, hard man-to-man defense.
Walton's going to see extensive action today for A&T. Had been injured, and the ball was knocked away and stolen. You got to watch out for Ken Calhoun. Stolen back, and a foul is going to be called against Longwood. Kyla McMakin picking up her first.
Well, anytime Kyla McMakin can get a cheap one like that, that favors North Carolina A&T. If they can get her with another one, that may bring her to the bench.
As I was saying, Walton had been injured. Part of that integral team that won the MEAC championship, or an integral part, I should say, that won the MEAC championship last year. And just as I say it, turns the ball over.
A&T just right now is really struggling, and I think it's going to take them a while again to try to find their identity here. No Channing Scott, no Sharika McNeil, no Jasmine Harris. That's going to be tough for them to try to adjust here on the fly.
Calhoun going to bring it back out, woman-to-woman defense for North Carolina A&T, who trails, and the ball is knocked away and stolen. Dorsey trying to get control of the basketball, has it, shoots the three, off the mark, and a good rebound by Adderton. Adderton, shot is up, missed the shot. Tucker with the rebound for A&T. Nice pass, Adderton finishes.
Finally, they got a couple of shots up on the board, and that's what you want to do if you're North Carolina A&T. Just get some shots up. They have been unable to do that because they're turning the ball over. Just get some shots up. Let's see what happens.
Aggies pulled to within 5. Ball is knocked away. Another steal by A&T. Walton quickly ahead. Dorsey, stop and pop. Off the glass, it's good.
Nice transition by North Carolina A&T. Great job by Jasmine Walton to find the open jump shooter. And now North Carolina A&T finding themselves back in this ball game.
Mini 6-2 run here over the last 2 minutes. The Aggies have pulled to within 3. Johns, back door. Shot is up. McMakin able to get it to go.
Nice cut that time by McMakin. Just found the A&T defense falling asleep and went back door and scored on the play.
Tucker, shot is up. Couldn't get it to go. Got her own rebound. It's going to bring it back out for the Aggies. And it knocked away in another steal. Calhoun, Euro steps through, and a foul is going to be called against Walton. Jasmine Walton picking up her first for the Aggies.
Well, Ken Calhoun is an outstanding defensive player. She leads the team in steals, and if you've seen her so far in this one, just really kind of getting up in the faces of North Carolina A&T offensive players, and she's had a couple of knockaways and steals.
Another sophomore in the game, Sean Kelly Darks for North Carolina A&T replaces Walton. As Calhoun going to be at the charity stripe to shoot 2, is able to get the first to go.
Sean Kelly Darks is going to provide A&T with a stronger, I think, ball handler here against this Longwood in-your-face defense.
Ken Calhoun, just a 48% free throw shooter, gets them both to go and extends the Lancers' lead to 7. Sean Kelly Darks, the sophomore from Cincinnati, controls. High post pass, stolen, good play there by Smith, and a loose ball foul, or a foul going to be called against A&T.
Well, Donald, early on, A&T is getting a lot of their own medicine here because for years, Coach Robinson's teams have been known for jumping in the pass lane and really denying the passer, and that's what Longwood is doing here. They're an outstanding defensive team, and they're forcing A&T into a lot of mistakes early on.
Lancers average almost 10 steals per game. Jadasia Smith splits the double team, gets in the lane, kicks it out, and throws it away as Calhoun couldn't retrieve it. So mass substitutions now for the Lancers. In the game, Ann Hamilton Leroy is a junior from Seneca, South Carolina.
She's sort of their sixth man. She's their first one off the bench, averaging 6.6 per game. So she's their person off the bench for Longwood.
Brooke Anaya in the game, but the pass is stolen now by Smith. Smith passes. All right, McMakin able to get it to go.
A&T just struggling offensively just to find any kind of rhythm and just turning the ball over almost every trip. And right now you got to give Longwood credit. That suffocating defense is giving A&T all kinds of problems.
Tucker drives, shoots, couldn't get it to go, gets her own rebound, kick out to Darts in the corner. Tucker for 3. She's off the mark, and the rebound by Smith looking to push for the Lancers. Driving to the hole, shot is missed. Leroy couldn't get it to go. Offensive rebound. McMakin knocks the 3 down.
And you got to wonder if, he is going to call the timeout. A&T just a little out of sorts to start this game. Longwood, give them credit. They're on a hot run and a hot roll.
The Lancers with the 12-point lead over the Aggies as Hercules Tires is the official tire of the Big South Conference, and for over 65 years has been providing tires with unbeatable quality at an unmatched value. Whatever the vehicle and whatever the terrain, Hercules Tires invites you to ride on our strength. For a retailer near you, visit HerculesTires.com. Along with Brian Holloway, I'm Donald Ware. I tell you what, Brian, you look at Longwood coming into this one, shoots 37% from the field as a team right now, shooting 78% from the field.
Well, no question about it. Two of the big three have been huge for Longwood. Akila Smith, 3 for 3 from the floor. Kyla McMakin, 4 for 4 from the floor. So those two combined are 7 for 7, and that's pretty much been the story so far early on.
A&T with possession. As Jasmine Walton back into the game. Had it knocked away by McMakin. Walton drives. Kick out now to Darts, 15 to shoot for the Aggies. Looking for a screen. Adderton, Dorsey tried to get it in the corner. McMakin knocked it away, and a steal by the Lancers.
Lancers just have been active on the defensive end, getting their hands and on almost every pass North Carolina A&T tries to throw.
Leroy is in trouble, had it knocked away. Gives it off now as Smith controls, 15 to shoot for Longwood. Smith in the corner. To Deja Smith. I need to make sure I get you which Smith is which, and that Smith was Akila Smith who gets it to go.
Well, she's having an easy time thus far, man. 4 for 4 from the field, and she's just been outstanding offensively and defensively.
20 to 6 is the lead for Longwood. Dorsey, high post, driving to the hole now. Shot is up. And a foul is going to be called as Lavasi Taylor, who checked into the game, is going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, Lavasi Taylor has the right idea. Somebody on the offensive end for A&T just has to be aggressive. These guys, they're not used to this role here because the 3 scorers that North Carolina A&T usually has plays that role, but somebody's going to have to step up into that role and be aggressive on the offensive end.
Brooke Anaya called for the personal foul for Longwood, her first, as Taylor gets the first to go for A&T. So one more for Lavasi Taylor, another sophomore. She's from Selma, North Carolina. Misses the second, and a steal by A&T. And actually going to say that Dart stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, stepped out of bounds after she got the steal.
So it looks like, as to your point, Terrell Robinson, Brian, trying to find some combination for A&T.
You're trying to find some combination that works. You're trying to find somebody that can deal up on the offensive end, and that's going to be very difficult for Coach Robinson and his staff tonight.
Calhoun, double team, gets it out now. Down low, Anaya kicks it out. Leroy shoots the 3. It is off the mark. Adderton with a great box out and rebound. Kennedy Boyd in the game, gives it off to Walton. Walton in the lane. Scoop shot by Walton. Missed it, but a foul is going to be called against Longwood.
Well, if you're Coach Robinson and you're trying to find and generate some offense, you try and generate it from your defense, and this looks like what they're trying to do. They're trying to up the tempo a little bit on the defensive end, getting Longwood's face, and hopefully force some turnovers to get into transition on the other end. They work for A&T that time as Walton goes to the line.
A big key, Kyla McMakin is picked up now, her second personal foul for Longwood.
That's a huge key, and we mentioned earlier she got a cheat foul down here on this end. And so now with that foul there, she may have to go to the bench here as a substitute is getting ready to come in.
58% free throw shooter is Walton, knocks down 1 of 2. And right on key, McMakin is out, and Adriana Ship is in.
One of Longwood's three-point shooters, Adriana Ship. Look for her to try to get going on the perimeter.
Leroy in the corner. That is Ship, gets it out high. Akila Smith, jumper, missed it. Adderton had it, but it was knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Anaya of Longwood.
Well, A&T, give them credit. They picked it up on the defensive end here. Now they just need to get some buckets to go on the offensive end.
Kennedy Boyd in the game, the transfer from UNC. Drives, tried the bounce pass, stolen away, and here comes Calhoun. Quickly ahead to Leroy. Leroy in the lane, kick out, Ship shoots the 3, got it.
That's her specialty right there, Donald. Shooting that three-point shot, and Ship already has it going here in replacement of Kyla McMakin.
23-8 is the lead for the Lancers. Ball is stolen. Ship looking to push. Ship ahead to Smith, who finishes. Akila Smith with the finish for the Lancers.
Give Longwood credit. They're just tenacious on the defensive end, and they're not letting A&T breathe here early in this ball game.
A&T down 17 points here at Corbett Sports Center. Walton with the pass, and an offensive foul goes against Jasmine Walton, who's now picked up her second.
Well, A&T just trying to force something to make something happen. Not a smart move that time by Walton. Got into the lane and got under control, and now she has two here early on, and A&T can't afford to have people in foul trouble. They're already shorthanded.
Again, A&T, no Shannon Scott, no Jasmine Harris, no Sharika McNeil, the three leading scorers out due to COVID protocol. Leroy traveled with the basketball. It's a turnover by Longwood.
And right now, we mentioned at the top of the program, you just have to wonder where your scoring is going to come from if you're North Carolina A&T. Demaya Tucker is somebody that can put the ball in the basket. She's averaging double figures over her last 4 games, but just hasn't been able to be successful thus far.
Tucker is back into the game now for A&T, as is Dorsey, who handles for the Aggies. Gets a screen out high, pump fake, kicks it back out. Boyd with the drive, baseline was cut off, gives it to Dorsey. 15 now to shoot for the Aggies. Passed it down low. Taylor gets it back, puts the shot up. No basket, but a foul goes against Longwood. This foul is going to go against Ann Hamilton Leroy, who picks up her first personal foul.
Well, to the surprise, Lavasi Taylor has been surprisingly aggressive on the offensive end for North Carolina A&T. Hopefully that can reap some benefits for the Aggies early on, as they are down big early.
As Taylor gets the first to go. So Taylor now going to have one more free throw for North Carolina A&T. Knocks them both down. Full court pressure by the Aggies, but you look at Longwood so quick. Calhoun breaks the press easily. Kick out pass and a turnover as Ship couldn't hold on.
Calhoun saying, my bad, but she's been spectacular. Now, she's been, if you look at her on the defensive end, she is just in your face all the time. It's just hard to breathe with her around, and that time turned it over, but she's been great on the defensive end.
Adderton out high, launches the three. It is off the mark. Ball is loose. And let's see. We're going to have a jump ball. The possession arrow favors North Carolina A&T. And right now, go ahead,
Donald.
I was just going to say, Kyla McMakin checking back into the game for the Lancers.
And that's surprising. I mean, they had a 15-point lead. You would think that Coach Tellett would just kind of keep her there for a while they have a big lead, but put her back in the ballgame.
Taylor to the hole, throws up the shot, is off the mark, and Anaya clears, and here comes McMakin. Bring it back out as the Lancers reset. 8 seconds remain. Leroy with the drive. McMakin, 5 seconds. McMakin with the dribble, 3 seconds. McMakin pulls the three-pointer. It is off the mark, and that's how the first quarter will come to. Two champions at the finish, all in one venue. It's the 2022 Hercules Tires Big South Basketball Championships at Charlotte's Bojangles Coliseum. Tickets and event information can be found now at bigsouthsports.com/CLT Champs. Make plans to come support your team in Charlotte March 1st through 6th. Along with the PIO Brian Holloway, I'm Donald Ware. You see the score right there. Longwood out to the 15-point lead. A couple of three-pointers in the first quarter, Brian, by Longwood.
Well, no doubt about it. I mean, we talked about Kyla McMakin. She's one of the most dynamic players, offensive players in the country, no question about it. And then Adriana Ship comes off the bench. She's their assassin coming off the bench, and she played true to form, knocking down her first three-point attempt when she came off the bench for Kyla McMakin.
You look at Longwood, Brian, shooting 67% from the field. Meanwhile, A&T has made just 2 of 11 from the field.
Well, that's been the difference. I mean, Longwood has been able to get whatever shot they want, and A&T is just right now struggling to find a shot that they want, and that's been the big difference so far in this game.
Kyla McMakin to Bree Johns now. McMakin lost it. Guarded out there now by Tucker. McMakin in the corner. Calhoun launches. It is off the mark. Long rebound comes out to Dorsey looking to push. Dorsey lost it for A&T. Dorsey, Euro step. Missed the shot out of bounds, last touched by Longwood.
Well, if you're North Carolina A&T, you trying to score here in transition. You don't want Longwood to set up their defense. In their set defense, Longwood has been very, very hard for A&T to solve. So right now, A&T trying to get some transition buckets.
Adderton, shot, miss, gets the rebound back, puts it up, sticks with it, and now, if that is on Kyla McMakin, that's going to be her third personal foul.
I think they're going to call that one on her. He put up 2, I think it's 13. He's going to get that foul.
Akila Smith, very fortunate there for the Lancers as Smith picks up her first personal foul. Adderton misses the first free throw.
If you're A&T, you want to kind of try to find points wherever you can get them, and so you don't want to miss out on these free throw opportunities.
Adderton now 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. Missed the second, and the rebound by Akila Smith. Tredasia Smith, 3-ball. McMakin gets it to go.
Well, A&T kind of last getting back on defense that time, and you can't be that way with McMakin. She's going to make you pay. She's going to shoot that ball quickly.
Largest lead of the game for the Lancers now, 18. Adderton pulls the jump shot, missed it. Fighting for her own rebound, is able to get it. Fresh 20 for the Aggies. Boyd had it knocked away, almost saved, and hitting the floor was Calhoun.
Calhoun is just tenacious, man. I mean, good gracious. I mean, she just doesn't let you breathe. And she's just been knocking away pad balls from A&T all afternoon here. It's just incredible.
14 on the clock. Tucker lost it, got it back, puts it up. Jump ball, and the possession arrow favors A&T. 9 on the shot clock.
A&T has to find a way, Donald, to get Demai Tucker some open looks here. Try to run some sets for her.
Tucker trying to get it in. Just gets it in as Dorsey controls. 7 to shoot now. Dorsey gets the screen. 3 to shoot. Pulls the trigger from the free throw line. Off the mark. Offensive rebound, and the putback is good by Shayla Nelson.
Well, they're going to be big for her. She hasn't played much this season out with injury, but she's going to have to be big tonight for A&T.
Tredasia Smith, McMakin. Lancers lead by 16. Calhoun now controls with 14 to shoot. Gives it off to Tredasia Smith. Tredasia Smith driving. Oh, nice pass to Akila Smith in the lane, and the shot's good.
Boy, they don't have an answer for Akila Smith with Jasmine Harris out, and she's just been able to have her way with North Carolina A&T so far in this one. Another knockaway by Calhoun.
Boyd saves it off to Dorsey now. Down low. Nelson double team. Oh, muscles her way and gets the bucket to go.
Nice baskets for Nelson. And maybe A&T has found somebody they can throw it into to get some easy buckets.
Tredasia Smith controls now for the Lancers. Gets that screen. Nice pass, Calhoun. Bodies fly. No call. Good pass, and the shot is good by Bree Johns.
Well, 8 of Longwood's 10 field goals in the first quarter were assisted, so they do a great job of sharing the basketball.
Boyd to the hole, creates the contact, and a foul goes against Longwood. This goes against Ken Calhoun, who picks up her first.
And again, just a reminder, these are roles that a lot of these North Carolina A&T players are not used to playing. Kennedy Boyd, usually mostly a facilitator, not a offensive threat, but somebody's got to step up and get some buckets for North Carolina A&T down 18 here in the first half.
Boyd knocks down the first free throw. Kennedy Boyd, just playing her 4th game, only averages 7.7 minutes per game. Misses the second, and Akila Smith clears.
Historic game for North Carolina A&T, their first ever Big South contest, and not going their way thus far, and that's the big reason why right there, Akila Smith.
Keila Smith getting the bucket to go. She is long and athletic. A 19-point lead now for the Lancers. Boyd looking for the screen, doesn't get it, comes right to the circle. Calhoun knocks it away. Ball is loose, behind the back. Smith lost the basketball, able to save it, gets it to Calhoun. Kick out in the corner. Three ball is off the mark. McMakin couldn't get it to go. Long rebound comes out, last touched by the Lancers.
If you're A&T, you've got to just cut down on the dribbling. They're doing way too much dribbling, and Longwood is just way too aggressive on the defensive end for there to be a lot of dribbling. A&T's got to get that ball and move it around and make that Longwood defense have to adjust.
Last game for A&T was a double overtime loss at Cincinnati back on December the 19th, 87-77. Meanwhile, for Longwood, a loss to American 11 days ago. Darks off the mark, and here comes Smith. McMakin launches and got it.
You got to find her in transition. A&T didn't find her that time, and she made them pay.
A&T with possession. Darts to the hole. Darts had her shot blocked. Keila Smith gets it back. Taylor, shot is up. May have been blocked by Smith again, and here comes Longwood. Quickly ahead, and Deja Smith stepped out of bounds.
Well, it's been a rough night so far for A&T, and Keila Smith doing it to him on the offensive end, and then on the defensive end, also blocking shots. She's a very dynamic player, two-way player for Longwood, and it's just been tough sailing for A&T thus far.
Calhoun is out, and Hamilton Leroy is in. Dorsey, high post. Taylor trying to drive. Good defense by Smith, who rips it away. But Adderton catches. Adderton to the hole. Adderton couldn't get it to go, but Adderton is fouled.
Adderton has kind of been that aggressor so far for A&T. Been able to put the ball on the floor and take it to the rim a couple of times, and she's been spent quite a few times at the free throw line.
Keila Smith picked up the personal foul for Longwood as Adderton gets the free throw to go, and for Keila Smith, the senior from Orlando, Florida, picks up her second.
Well, hopefully a little foul trouble can help North Carolina A&T here, as Longwood has been excellent offensively and defensively.
20-point lead for Longwood. 5.5 left here in the second quarter. Leroy with possession, looking to get it down low to Keila Smith, and throws it, but Keila Smith could not save it, and that's a turnover by Longwood.
And that's what A&T is going to need. They're going to need some stops here along the way. They've got a long hill to climb now, down 20 here early on in this ball game, but getting some stops will help them a little bit as Sean Kelly Darks brings it up.
Leroy guards Darks now. To Dorsey, pump fake, tried to drive. Had the baseline cut off, now pulls the trigger, and the 17-footer is no good. And here comes Longwood. Pass to Leroy, couldn't get it to go, but a foul going to be called against A&T.
Right now, Longwood just kind of doing what they want. They're able to set tempo in this ball game here, push the ball the way they want to, and when we come back from the break, they will have a 20-point lead over North Carolina A&T. 4:51 left. The Duke. Along with Brian Holloway, I'm Donald Ware. And, of course, Brian Longwood with the 20-point lead, shooting 67% from the field. That's the story. That's the story. Longwood has gotten whatever they wanted. Keila Smith has just done the job inside, but you got to give Kyla McMakin credit as well. 3 for 5 from three-point range. So they've got it going on from the perimeter, and they've got it going on from the interior, and that's just tough to beat if they get a cheap one here.
And that foul is going to go against Longwood's Milu Venema, who picks up now her first personal foul, as Ann Hamilton Leroy was able to knock down one of 2 free throws. Dorsey with the catch. Out to Boyd. Tucker thought about the three. Good defense here by Longwood. Adderton called for the offensive foul.
It's just been a struggle, and it's just unfortunate. North Carolina A&T, we're in a pandemic, and it's just unfortunate. But teams are going to have to play shorthanded right now as we kind of make our way through this thing, and that's the thing that A&T is facing right now.
McMakin controls, has done some damage. McMakin to the, nice pass to Leroy, who can't finish. Offensive rebound and putback is good by Brooke Anaya.
It's just been a fun time for Longwood on the offensive end. They just kind of had their way with the Aggies.
Dorsey, Adderton, nice pass as Taylor couldn't finish. This could be a jump ball, and the possession arrow favors Longwood.
See another offensive possession where they didn't get a shot up, and comes back. Here comes Longwood again, pushing the tempo.
Leroy with the basketball now for Longwood. McMakin controls, 15 to shoot now for the Lancers. Macon, pass down low, and the finish. Give it to Brooke Anaya.
This is throwing it down low, and she's taking over where Akila Smith left off.
Dorsey had a three-pointer blocked by Johns, and Anaya clears for the Lancers.
Well, this Lancers defense is as good as advertised. They're really good. They really get in your face. They really force you into some bad shots, and it's just been a tough night so far for A&T.
Three ball. Venema couldn't get it to go. Adderton clears for the Aggies. Boyd quickly ahead to Dorsey. Pulls the jump shot from 15 and knocks it down.
Dorsey's hit a couple of those in transition jump shots. And, boy, she has to find that mid-range jumper if A&T wants to try to get back into this one.
Dorsey able to finish, has 4 points in the ball game. McMakin, nice move. Off the glass. McMakin, smooth.
Boy, she's got a skill set that is just off the charts. So I first look at her, man, she's impressive.
17 points in the ball game. Adderton, nice pass down low, and Damaya Tucker finishes.
A&T finally got something easy from this Longwood defense.
As Leroy in a little bit of trouble. Now, McMakin controls, and we're going to have a traveling violation against Longwood.
Well, McMakin picked up her second foul early on in this first half, but she's been able to play successfully with it, and she's tortured A&T on the offensive end, and she'll go to the bench probably for the rest of the first half here. And so the Lancers were able to get away with it.
10 turnovers in the ball game for Longwood. As the Aggies control. Boyd to the hole, shoots, had her shot blocked by Leroy out of bounds.
Another block by Longwood, and boy, you can't get away from them. They're just suffocating. And it's just a shame A&T is not without their normal contingent, but give Longwood credit. They've been magnificent on the defensive end.
Adderton, Dorsey pulls the trigger, missed the shot, and a loose ball foul over the back going to be called against Damaya Tucker.
A&T not used to being in this type of situation at home. They've won 11 straight, but that 11-game home winning streak is on the line here tonight and is in danger of being snapped as Longwood has just had their way offensively against the Aggies.
Damaya Tucker picking up her first personal foul for A&T. Almost a steal. Now Ship to Leroy. Leroy wheels, deals, left-hand shot is no good. Adderton clears. Boyd with the dribble. In the corner, Tucker shoots the three. Way off the mark. Offensive rebound. The basket is good for Shayla Nelson. She'll go to the line and try and complete the three-point play.
Well, A&T, anytime they have a chance to get out in transition, they're going to do that. So the Longwood won't have time to set up their defense, and That time they got out, Tucker got a shot up, and that allowed Nelson with the offensive board and put back.
Jessie Germano picking up the personal foul, her first. As Nelson couldn't get the free throw to go. Tipped, but now it is controlled by Germano. Pass in the corner. Smith. Now three-pointer. That is off the mark. Venema couldn't get it to go. Ball out of bounds. And it's going to belong to the Lancers.
Rebecca Tillett is the head coach of the Longwood Lancers, 3-21 in her first season. But a year ago, they were 12-6 in the Big South, a school record of conference wins for them. As we see the near steal by Demaya Tucker. So she has done a great job of resurrecting this Longwood Lancers program, and we're looking for bigger and better things. And right now, they have A&T on the ropes here in Club Corbett.
1:11 left here in the second quarter as Longwood has possession. Tre'Dasia Smith down low. Leroy out of control, and an offensive foul called against Leroy.
A&T been able to force a few turnovers here as of late. Let's see if they can continue to take advantage here. As Jasmine Walton had 5 turnovers early in this ball game, comes back in.
2 fouls also for Jasmine Walton. Again, trying to get herself back, come back from injury. As Adderton had it, brought it low, and Ship able to tie her up. But the Aggies retain possession.
You make a great point, Donald. It takes a little while to kind of get yourself back into playing shape, and I think that's what Jasmine Walton is struggling with right now, along with Shayla Nelson, who has had a pretty good first half, all things considered.
Tucker going to have to put it on the floor, doesn't, and it's a turnover. 5-second call against Tucker.
Longwood obviously does a great job of just teaching on-the-man defense, and they've just been in A&T's face and been suffocating, and the Aggies have just kind of struggled with that Longwood defense.
Tre'Dasia Smith, double team. Aggies trying to get the ball out of her hands. She keeps the dribble, gets it to Ship. Ship in the lane, kick out. Calhoun shoots, misses, and another tie-up. And the possession arrow belongs to Longwood.
A little bit of frustration breaking out here as Longwood will gain the possession here.
Leroy to inbound for Longwood. Difference between shot clock and game clock, and it's a turnover. Now, so difference between shot clock and game clock is 0.4 of a second.
For the Aggies to try to get something to Adderton or Demaya Tucker here in the paint.
Walton down low. Nelson gets it to go. Tre'Dasia Smith, 10 seconds. Smith, 8 seconds, pulls the jumper, it's good.
Well, she's kind of been the quiet one out of the big 3, but she makes a little noise here at the end of the first half.
Walton shoots, it's good if it goes, it's off the mark. And the Lancers, Brian, with a big lead in a good first half.
Great first half by the Lancers, give them credit. They shot the ball very well. They played really good defense. They just played a complete game. You look at Sharika Mc from three-point range, and it was just a tough break for them. They found out yesterday they were going to have their top 3 scorers. They haven't even had a chance to really practice with this group, and so it's just kind of been a tough thing. It's going to be a tough sled for them in the second half, trying to get back into this game with a very experienced, by the way, Longwood team. This team has been playing together for a very long time, and you can tell by the way they played in the first half, Donald.
Rebecca Tillett has done a good job. Brian mentioned last year, Longwood 12-6 in Big South play. Tillett in her 3rd season for A&T. Terrell Robinson and the Aggies coming off that MEAC championship last year. He is in his 10th season as head coach as A&T has possession to begin the second half. Adderton down low, left hand shot is good.
If you're A&T, you want to do something positive. They ran a great set that time, set it up, got Adderton the ball in the post, and I think that's what Terrell Robinson wanted to see. They were a little bit out of sorts offensively in that first half. Great opening by Terrell Robinson and the Aggies in the second half.
McMakin, Akila Smith now back to McMakin with 13 to shoot. Pulls the trigger. She's got it.
Man, when you don't get a hand in her face, that's just almost automatic. She's been absolutely terrific. And she's gotten over that 8-point performance against American, no question about it.
Walton drives, kick out, had it knocked away, but Dorsey has it, step back, pulls the trigger, missed the shot. Johns clears for Longwood. Calhoun, stutter step, a nice pass. Akila Smith finishes.
Well, we talked about Tre'Dasia Smith early in the game as being the facilitator, but Calhoun has been absolutely excellent, and look at the way she plays defense. I mean, it's just tenacious. You can keep an eye on her. She just stays in your face at all times.
Walton gets that screen from Adderton. Walton down low, Nelson in the lane, powers her way up. Contact, no call. Akila Smith clears.
It's a tough shot that time with Akila Smith down there. The shot blocker had 3 in the first half. Just a tough assignment for Shayla Nelson.
McMakin to the hole, missed it. Akila Smith, kick out. 3 ball on the way. It is off the mark. Tre'Dasia Smith couldn't get it, but there is McMakin to clean it up.
Yeah, McMakin just everywhere. Just a dynamic player, can do a lot of things on the basketball court, and she's proven that. I think she already has 21 tonight.
As Walton causes Ken Calhoun to commit the foul, and for Calhoun, that is her 2nd personal foul.
And that's an amazing stat. That's only a 2nd foul with as aggressive as she plays. And right there, right back in Walton's face once again.
Nice, tried the back door, but Akila Smith with the steal. Tre'Dasia Smith looking to push now. Going to bring it back out, tried to get it down. McMakin, kick out, Calhoun. Pump fakes, drives the left baseline, tried to get the pass, and it's stolen by Demaya Tucker. Tucker pushes. Dorsey drives down low. Nelson had her shot blocked. Akila Smith with the block. Now here comes Tre'Dasia Smith again. It's been all Lancers today from Corbett Sports Center here on the campus of North Carolina A&T.
We say all, we mean all. I mean, defensively, offensively, they've just been dominant here in Corbett.
McMakin pulls the trigger. The jumper just beyond the free throw line is good.
And you just have to feel for Coach Robinson and his squad. They just kind of got hit with some very bad news yesterday, and it's coming out here in this ballgame as Demaya Tucker goes strong to the basket.
Nice drive by Tucker. For the Aggies, who are down big here to the Lancers. Calhoun, McMakin pulls from 3-point range, is off the mark, ball out of bounds, last touched by Longwood.
If you look at it, Donald, the Big South just changed their COVID protocols. I mean, probably maybe a week ago, this probably may have, or possibly could have been a forfeit, but they're allowing teams to make these games up. This game was was threatened to be postponed as well. They figured some things out here, but this COVID really is going to make a difference in the Big South standings if it continues this way as Sean Kelly Darks draws a foul.
As Akila Smith picks up the personal foul, it's going to send Sean Kelly Darks to the line for 2 for the Aggies.
You don't know how long this current outburst will last, but you wonder how much of an effect it will have on the conference standings and how things play out here in the Big South on the men's and the women's side.
That last foul was called on Tre'Dasia Smith, who picks up her second as Darts makes both. Calhoun with the push. To Tre'Dasia Smith now, who controls for Longwood. Johns, McMakin, Calhoun crosses over. Oh, nice pass. Akila Smith from left to right.
And Calhoun has kind of been the floor general here tonight for the Lancers here. She's done a great job of dribble penetration and getting the ball inside as Tucker misses.
With the left hand, and here comes Tre'Dasia Smith. Smith to Calhoun, traveled in a turnover by the Lancers.
Aggies with so many great victories in the MEAC under Terrell Robinson, and normally the score was flipped a little bit with A&T winning big here at home, but Longwood has come in and done a great job of really getting after the Aggies on the defensive end and scoring the ball on the offensive end.
Lavasi Taylor, pump fakes. Taylor with the shot blocked. Another block by Akila Smith.
Well, it's been tough sailing. She's a very good player on the offensive end and the defensive end. And she's just shown out here tonight.
Tre'Dasia Smith with the dribble. Kick out. Calhoun shoots the three. She's got it.
And it's just all Longwood at this point. It's just all Longwood. They came in knowing A&T was shorthanded, and they haven't had any sympathy whatsoever.
Walton, high post to Taylor. And knocked away, and Calhoun couldn't quite save it. 4:53 left here in the third quarter. It's been all Lancers who lead by 28 as you're watching Big South basketball on ESPN. Ride on our strength. As a matter of fact, she's had a really good all-around game. 19 points. She's got 9 rebounds and also 5 block shots in the ball.
Well, we mentioned earlier she had a triple-double earlier in the season, November 3rd against Sam Houston State in blocks, rebounds, and points. And I don't know how long she'll play tonight, but she's got a chance to do it again.
Shot clock violation called against the Aggies.
As Coach Tillett has gone to her bench here.
Tre'Dasia Smith, double teamed in the backcourt, gets around. Calhoun thought about driving, now going to bring it back out for the Lancers. Ship back to Smith. 14 to shoot now for Longwood. Double high screen for Smith. Now McMakin drives. McMakin had it knocked away and stolen. Here comes A&T. Quickly ahead, Walton. Tried to get it to Adderton. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Calhoun of Longwood.
Guess who? I mean, I don't know if we have the stat. I'm sure we don't, but deflections. I mean, she must have 10, 15 of those tonight. I mean, she's just been all over the place.
Dorsey to Adderton. Adderton with the shot and traveled with the basketball. It's a turnover by the Aggies.
If you're Terrell Robinson right now, Donald, this is a kind of a teaching moment. You kind of want to teach your team here, try to get them some lessons here. It's been a long night for them, but right now if you're Terrell Robinson, it's just about teaching, trying to get better. It's going to be a long Big South season, and when he has his weapons, they'll be ready.
Tre'Dasia Smith, 12 seconds, in the corner pass, McMakin got it.
She's shown her wares here this afternoon. Our first look at her in our first ever Big South Conference game, and She has said hello, North Carolina A&T.
26 points in the ball game, as a foul is going to be called against Longwood. This one goes against Adriana Ship. The redshirt sophomore from Chesapeake, Virginia, picks up her first.
It's not an easy task to score 26 points against this North Carolina A&T defense, but she's just kind of been fabulous here tonight on the offensive end.
Taylor to Walton, who traveled, and that's a turnover by A&T, the 17th of the ball game.
And if you're A&T just simply doesn't have three players that can score the basketball like Longwood can. And certainly the top two players tonight just have been terrific for Longwood, and A&T's top two that can do those type of things are not playing.
Ship launches the three, top of the key, off the mark, offensive rebound by Calhoun. Tre'Dasia Smith with 13 to shoot now. Tried to cross over, lost it. Anaya got it back to Smith. Ship drives, lost it out of bounds, turnover by the Lancers.
Lancers come in, losers of 6 in a row. A&T comes in, winners of 11 straight at home, but the Lancers look like they're on their way to snapping their losing streak, and A&T's home winning streak is very much on the line here as they've been doubled up by Longwood.
Kennedy Boyd into the game, back into the game, as well as Demaya Tucker for A&T. Nelson, drop step, shot blocked by Brooke Anaya, but Anaya made contact and is called for the foul.
Shannon Nelson has been impressive so far tonight for North Carolina A&T. And if you're Terrell Robinson right now, you're looking for some depth. And with Jasmine Harris out, it looks like Shaylin Nelson will be somebody that can provide them some depth down in the post.
As Nelson misses the first free throw, the junior from Goose Creek, South Carolina, gain.
It's down near where our head men's basketball coach is from, down there. I believe Monk, South Carolina, so all that stuff is right there together as it makes a second.
30-point lead for Longwood as Ann Hamilton-Leroy back into the game for the Lancers has the ball. Gives it up to Smith. Tre'Dasia Smith with 13 to shoot. Skip, McMakin, Ship, Leroy, dribbles. In trouble now, throws up the shot. Shot clock winding down, no good. Offensive rebound, misses the shot. Rebound, no good. Ship up, no good again. Ball is still loose, and A&T finally clears. And Walton creates the foul, forces Adriana Ship to commit the personal foul.
Longwood just a very aggressive defensive team, and A&T's grown frustrated here tonight with just how aggressive Longwood has played tonight on the defensive end, and it's just been suffocating for the Aggies, and just really had a hard time getting any type of good shots at the basket with Calhoun and Leroy and those guys really playing defense, and Akila Smith down low. And we have a situation here, no.
So the fifth, that's the 15th foul. 15th foul against Longwood. It puts Jasmine Walton at the charity stripe, knocks down the first.
So important in that North Carolina A&T run a year ago to the MEAC championship. Just did a great job from that combo guard position, that point guard position, just getting the Aggies out in transition and just trying to get her feet under her now as she comes into her senior season.
She's now got 6 points in the ball game, does Jasmine Walton. Tre'Dasia Smith controlling now for Longwood, directing traffic. Longwood content to hold the clock a little bit. The jump shot is off the mark by McMakin. Offensive rebound. Ship couldn't get it to go, but is fouled.
You look at this Longwood team, they're very good. They've got some great players they got some good players that can come off the bench. score the basketball. Of course, they've got an outstanding scorer in McMakin and an outstanding post. I mean, they've got all the tools that can win the Big South.
Ship at the free throw line. First one is off the mark. These are her first free throws of the game.
Gianna Ship, an outstanding three-point shooter that comes off the bench for the Lancers.
Knocks down one of two and extends the Lancers lead. Walton driving, gets the shot to go.
And that's what she does so well. In transition, she can make great decisions, take the ball to the rim, and that's a good sign that she's doing those type of things. That's what she did during the run to the MEAC title.
Ship from long distance off the mark. Shayla Nelson clears for A&T. Walton looking to push. Gets it out to Nelson. Nelson to the hole. Nelson with the shot, no good. And Adriana Ship clears now for Longwood. 45 seconds left here in the third quarter. It has been all Longwood. 15 to shoot now for the Lancers. Deja Smith, kick out. Ship, got it.
Great look that time by Deja Smith. Found the open shooter, dribble penetration again. Collapsed that A&T defense. Open shot for Ship.
Shot clock is off. Tucker to, trying to get it to Boyd, finally does. 10 seconds remain. Boyd back to Tucker. 7 seconds. Tucker with the dribble. 5 seconds. Shoots the jumper. Had it blocked. Offensive rebound. Adderton puts it up. No good. And that's how the third quarter is going to come to an end. The game, all Longwood.
She's just a very dynamic player. I think, regardless of A&T's issues with not having their top players, I just think she's just a dynamic offensive player, and she's shown us a lot here this set tonight.
Lancers cooled down a little bit there in the third quarter. Shot just 39%, still shooting 53% from the field for the game, outscoring A&T 17-11 in the quarter. 12 to shoot now for Longwood. Johns, Ship with 7 to shoot. Ship drives, 5 to shoot. Ship kick out. Leroy shoots the three-pointer. It is off the mark, and the rebound controlled by Nelson. Walton drives, shoots, contact, and a blocking foul goes against Leroy.
We've seen Walton get some key minutes here. Tonight for A&T, saying get her legs under a little bit, and last 2 drives have been positive for A&T, and so that's a good sign. We've seen Shayla Nelson be a presence down in the post. That's going to be key as they get Jasmine Harris back, just to have some depth there. So we see some positive things for A&T. It's just been a rough night for them offensively, and a lot of that credit goes to Longwood and their ability to play outstanding in-your-face defense.
Jasmine Walton, the senior from Baltimore, misses both free throws. Adderton with the rebound. Adderton had her shot blocked. Akila Smith with her 6th block shot of the game.
And that's her 10th rebound off the block shot, so she now has a double-double.
Calhoun knocked away and stolen by Walton. Walton pushing. Walton with the left hand, couldn't get it, but Boyd cleans it up.
He's starting to get their legs under them a little bit here, but the ability of not having to practice with this group is really going to be a tough assignment tonight for A&T, and just hope they can regroup here as the Big South keeps going on.
Walton with the steal, threw it right back. Calhoun to Ship, 18-footer, left baseline is off the mark. Long rebound comes out to Calhoun. Offensive rebound, Smith misses the shot, tried to get it to go again, but a foul goes against Adderton. Or check that is on a Kennedy Boyd. Boyd picks up her first personal foul. Keila Smith in the ball game, 19 points, 10 rebounds, 6 block shots. As Brian mentioned, she had a triple-double earlier this season.
Early on, it was her that kind of established Longwood early with some easy buckets. Then Kyla McMakin got going, and that combination was just too much for A&T to handle tonight. And then you had Calhoun just was a nuisance on the defensive end. And so a complete domination by Longwood tonight against North Carolina A&T.
The senior from Orlando, Florida, Keila Smith, gets 1 of 2 to go. 20 points, 10 rebounds in the ball game. Sean Kelly Darks controls. Darks to the hole. Euro step by Darks. Couldn't get it to go. A foul goes against Longwood.
We see A&T looks a little more comfortable on the offensive end. Looked like they're trying to gain a little more of an identity. It was just tough sledding early on. I mean, it was just trying to figure out whose role is what. Just a tough assignment for the Aggies early in this ball game.
Bree Johns picked up the personal foul, her second. Darks misses the free throw. Said she was going to have to be one of the keys for A&T's. Now got 3 points in the ball game.
He has 3 points. Dorsey has struggled offensively here, and Demaya Tucker has just kind of been quiet all night as well.
McMakin, 26 points in the game. Gets the screen. McMakin, crossover, pulls the trigger. It is off the mark, and Lavasi Taylor clears the rebound. Taylor down low. Adderton, nice move, the left-hand finish.
Nice job by A&T. Got the ball down low to Adderton, and nice turnaround move that time. And
Deanna Adderton has got 10 points in the ball game, and a 10-second call goes against Longwood. And Brian, if you're A&T, it's just been a long night. We understand your 3 top scorers are missing. If you're A&T, you want to at least try to win this fourth quarter to take something positive going into the next game.
That's a great point, Donald. I mean, you want to take something positive going into the game, and you see Terrell Robinson with the pressure defense that time, really getting in Longwood's face. He really he knows that there's other games beyond this, and he wants to keep this team's confidence up going forward into January and February.
Dorsey loses, regains. Adderton had it knocked away, got it back. Adderton with the jumper, off the mark, and McMakin clears for Longwood. McMakin gonna give it off now to Tre'Dasia Smith. Calhoun. McMakin now controls. Ball movement here by Longwood, 12 to shoot. As Calhoun controls, 7 to shoot. Calhoun, McMakin, 5 to shoot, launches the 3. It is off the mark. Taylor with the rebound for A&T. Quickly ahead, Tucker catches, shoots, missed the layup, and Keila Smith has it for Longwood.
Tough miss that time by Tucker as Longwood brings it back to the other end. It's just going to be that kind of night for North Carolina A&T.
Keila Smith with the drive, beautiful finger roll. Timeout going to be called by Longwood. Big lead over A&T, and now Pepsi presents What Fans Like. I tell you,
And you kind of knew it was going to be a tough challenge against a very good Longwood team. They've done an excellent job. They were picked to finish third in the Big South, so they were no slouches coming in already here.
Off Dorsey's miss, Tucker able to finish for A&T. She's got 6 points in the ball game. And a jump ball, a tie-up. The possession arrow favors A&T.
A&T's still playing hard, and that's a sign of their head coach, Terrell Robinson. One of the most fiercest competitors I've ever met, and he's just going to keep playing hard until the final zero, and his team's going to do the same. So you got to give them credit for just continuing to play hard here, even though the score is lopsided.
Taylor back to Dorsey to the hole, had another shot blocked. Smith has her 7th blocked shot of the ball game.
And maybe perhaps they know that she might be headed to another triple-double. Maybe that's why she's still in the ball game.
Tucker, Dorsey misses the jumper. Tucker tried to get the rebound, but out of bounds, last touched by Tucker.
And you know one thing about North Carolina A&T, Terrell Robinson, he's had so much success here. He's going to figure it out. He's going to get this thing figured out, and he's going to go back into the lab, and pretty soon he's going to get his players back. And so this is not an indication of how the season will go here.
Driving the left-hand scoop is good. Ken Calhoun. Back the other way comes A&T. Tucker, nice bounce pass to Taylor. Another blocked shot, either for Smith, perhaps Bree Johns, but the Lancers have it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who they give that block to.
Now Tre'Dasia Smith looking for a screen. Smith hands it off to Calhoun, now 12 to shoot. Calhoun out of control, threw it away, but Tre'Dasia Smith recovers. 6 to shoot. Smith, 4 to shoot. Johns launches. It is off the mark, and Adderton clears for A&T.
Well, Calhoun's still trying to chase after every pass here against North Carolina A&T, and then there's another interception by Longwood.
Tucker throws it away. McMakin with the 3. She's got it.
He's closing in on 30 if he doesn't have it already.
A&T calls the timeout with 4:17 remaining. And we're going to go to break with Longwood leading by 30.
If you want a lover, I'll do anything you ask me.
And 2 block shots. He's also 10 of 12 from the floor. So it's just those 2 players have just really dominated the action here at Corbett. As I mentioned, A&T at least trying to win the 4th quarter. They're down 8-7 now in the 4th quarter after that 3-point shot from McMakin.
Boyd to Walton, launches the 3. It is off the mark, and the rebound cleared by Brooke Anaya. A&T is 0 for 8 now from 3-point range. Calhoun launches and knocks it down.
It's been their night. It's just been their night. Calhoun, Akila Smith, Kyla McMakin, all 3 have just been superb tonight. 2 of them have been superb on the defensive end.
And I know you've been impressed with the way Ken Calhoun has really controlled the floor. A true freshman's got 10 points and 5 assists.
And the way she's played defensively, she just plays hard, really plays a gritty style of basketball. And for our first time seeing her, she's just really been impressive.
13 to shoot. for Longwood and a traveling violation against McMakin.
North Carolina A&T will get another shot at the Lancers later in the season on February 16th in Farmville, Virginia. And it'll be interesting to see how the Aggies play them if they're able to be at full strength later on in the season.
And a reaching foul called against Ken Calhoun of Longwood. Picks up her third.
And the Aggies will spend New Year's Eve and New Year's in a familiar place, Hampton, Virginia. As they will face the Hampton Pirates on New Year's Day, 1 o'clock up there at the Convocation Center. And so it'll be interesting to see Coach Six and Coach Robinson back together again. They've had a lot of great battles in the MEAC, and that should continue into the Big South.
15 to shoot for A&T. Walton with the jump shot, rolls it in.
These Lancers will have their New Year's in Clinton, South Carolina. Take on Presbyterian as they have been able to snap this 6-game losing streak here as Big South play is beginning.
Smith called for the offensive foul. Akila Smith picking up the foul. That is her third.
One of the few mistakes she's made tonight. And our Hercules power move of the game. Been a defensive threat throughout this one. Leading shot blocker in the Big South, and we got introduced as to why.
7 block shots in the ball game. Gives her 40 for the season in 12 games. She's got 22 points and 12 rebounds for the Lancers. Nelson with the left hand. Couldn't get it to go. Ball out of bounds. Last touched by Longwood. 20 on the shot clock for the Aggies.
If you're Terrell Robinson, you just kind of get past this one. You understand what the circumstances were coming in. You try to move on from this one, and you try to get ready for Hampton.
Dorsey pulls the jump shot. It's off the mark, and a loose ball foul called against Lavasi Taylor.
Longwood a few years ago when Tillett took over the program, 3-21. But that's not that type of program right now. They have certainly turned this thing around in 3 short years. And, of course, you understand what Coach Robinson has done at North Carolina A&T over his 10 seasons. He's multiple regular season championships, multiple tournament championships, and multiple postseason appearances, WNIT and NCAA.
Of course, when you look at Longwood, it's Lancers have been a Division I program now for 18 years. Joined the Big South in 2012. As Brian mentioned a year ago, 12-6 in Big South play. 15 to shoot now. Calhoun goes behind her back, 10 to shoot. McMakin's got 29 points in the ball game. Squares up Walton, and with 5 seconds on the shot clock, a foul is called against Walton.
A little surprised to still see Longwood starters in the game, but Tillett wants to get them some playing time here and make sure that they stay sharp. And over the Christmas break, everybody had a long layoff, and so that may be a part of it too, just trying to get them some minutes in competition.
11-day break for Longwood, a 10-day break for A&T coming off that double overtime loss to Cincinnati. Jump ball, possession arrow favors Longwood with 4 seconds on the shot clock.
Of course, Campbell, one of the top teams in the Big South as well. They'll have something to say about who's going to win this conference, and so it should be an interesting race as we get heated up and started here as we move into January.
Milo Vienema gets it in now to Leroy. 2 to shoot. Leroy doesn't realize it. And a shot clock violation. So 1:19 remaining. As Sean Kelly Darks brings it up now for A&T, and Three-pointer is off the mark. Adderton couldn't get it to go. Nelson had a strong game and goes up with the shot, and a foul called against Brooke Anaya.
She missed some games early in the season, but she's looked like she's ready to contribute for the Aggies this season. And like you said, she's had a pretty strong ball game here. She prepares to go to the line. Just playing in her 6th game of the season.
And check that on that last foul. It was Akila Smith who picked up her 4th personal foul. Shayla Nelson's going to have one more free throw. Game played well for A&T on last year. Battling some injuries, especially early on. The junior from Goose Creek, South Carolina. And now she may have
a little blood here.
Yeah.
The crack A&T medical staff is on it. Get her wrapped up so she can attempt her 2nd free throw.
You look at Shayla Nelson, and she's a point away from having 10 points in the ball game, and she was a big spark for A&T, really, if you will, at least off the bench in the first half. She had 8 points.
Well, right now it's about going forward, and now you know you have somebody like Shayla Nelson who you can maybe perhaps come off the bench for Jasmine Harris, or maybe she can start at the 4 for the Aggies. But you know you have now some extra depth with her, and looks like she's healthy and ready to go here down the stretch run.
Nelson's 2nd free throw is short, and the rebound comes out to Longwood's Vienema. Ball knocked away. And Smith has it now for Longwood, off to Calhoun. 12 to shoot now for Longwood, who has this one well in hand. High post. Smith, kick out. Anaya to the hole with 2 seconds, throws it off the glass, no good. Rebound fought for. Leroy able to get it. A tie-up, a jump ball in the possession arrow favors A&T. So for A&T, this is going to be a tough one, but again, as Brian has mentioned, it's tough to overcome not having your 3 top scorers out due to the COVID protocols.
And without your leading rebounder, which is one of the same, Channing Scott, leading scorer and leading rebounder. So that's a big hole to try to overcome.
Nelson misses. Nelson couldn't get it to go again. And Calhoun with the rebound, 18 seconds remain. Lancers pushing, and the ball knocked away. Adderton had it, lost it out of bounds. It'll remain with the Lancers. So this is going to be a tough one for North Carolina A&T, but a big win for Longwood, who's going to be 1-0 in conference play.
North Carolina A&T just got to be careful. Next 2 on the road, 1 against Hampton and 1 against the conference favorite in Campbell. So A&T has a lot of work to do as this one comes to an end.
76-45, Longwood with the victory. Brian, your thoughts on today's game?
Tough assignment for North Carolina A&T to come in without their 3 top scorers, but give Longwood credit. They played an outstanding game on the defensive end, and then they're